Hello everybody, my name is Jared and welcome to Module 7 where we'll be talking a little bit more about romantic relationships. Specifically, I'll be delving a little bit more in depth about the triangular love theory, something that we go over in lecture, but I hope to give it a nice fun spin on it that might be able to help you remember a couple more of the crossovers within the triangle. So let's get started with that. As we discussed in lecture, the triangular love theory consists of three parts of the triangle. The three parts of the triangle are intimacy, passion, and commitment. Those three components break down into then the interconnections between the two, and we'll pull up right now that triangle. So as you can see on the triangle, you have the crossing between liking and commitment being companionate love, commitment and passion being fatuous love, and intimacy and passion being romantic love, and then the culmination of all three being consummate love. So a little bit on what those things mean. We've got intimacy, which is more the getting to know you, the social support aspect. It's kind of that bonding social capital as we talked about in other chapters. The commitment is specifically the maintaining and structure. It goes along with the relational dialectics that we talked about, are the connections and the bonds that we have and maintaining those. And then we've got passion, which passion is the hot and the fun part of relationships. It's it's like sexual attraction and those kind of things. So I kind of wanted to use pop culture references to kind of give a little bit more of an emphasis and understanding to a couple of these connections. So I decided what better connections than using 2000s Nicktoons. So if you know any of the ones above me, just there, you'll know them. I'll describe their relationships a little bit. So first off, we have Danny Phantom and Sam from the show Danny Phantom. These two are what I describe as a liking relationship because they're more so about getting to know each other. They're friends, but the relationship is just based around the amount of time that they spend together and the social support that they have for each other. But it's not really anything more than that. That's pretty much where the relationship ends. We have the next one being companionate, which is what we describe as the Cosmo and Wanda relationship because they like each other. They've been together, for eons, and they're committed to each other. They are always with one another. But I have this wonderful picture with Cosmo Wanda and the magnificent Magnifico Wandifico, and that is, Wanda's side love interest because their marriage lacks passion. So Wanda finds it with this very sexy fairy over here. So yeah. Then we have commitment, the empty love commitment, which is kind of what I think of when I think of SpongeBob and Sandy, because they are technically boyfriend and girlfriend, but there's not really any greater connection. There's no attraction or passion or anything like that. It's really just that they're there, and canonically they are boyfriend and girlfriend. So that's really all that is. Then we have the fatuous love. We have Timmy Turner and Trixie from Fairly Odd Parents. This is Timmy's love interest that he tricks into loving him back a couple times with the power of magic. So that's why it's the cross between passion, that very much attraction to the popular girl in school, but also the commitment, even if the commitment is through means of magic in other ways. Then we have passion. Passion, I wanted to do Patrick and Mindy from the SpongeBob SquarePants movie because Patrick just thinks that this mermaid is the most attractive fish in the entire sea and then some, and that is a point of the movie, and he is just head over heels for this mermaid, and that's his whole thing. So yeah, there's that. Then we have romantic relationship, romantic love. This is a more obscure one. We've got Sokka and Suki from Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of the best love stories and one of the best shows in my opinion from old Nicktoons. But we have their relationship, which is at first a very much she's the leader of a warrior tribe, he's the leader of a warrior tribe, and they meet each other while they're fighting another nation, and they see each other eye to eye, and they build that intimacy and that connection, and then slowly after seeing each other after many battles, and then seeing each other after battles, they build that passion and build that connection and make a real relationship out of it. And I think that's a really cool arc to see in Nicktoons. And then finally we have the best of all, consummate love, which is Aang and Katara, also from Avatar: The Last Airbender, because it's such a great show. And this is the end all be all with the connection between how much they have been through, with the passion that they build for one another. That's not just the friendship and support, but also that actual attraction to one another, and the commitment. They end up staying together, they get married, they have kids, and then they have their whole thing in the Legend of Korra. So that's super cool. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an understanding and a reference that you can then use to think about the triangle of love when you're trying to remember that. So I have a couple of discussion questions for y'all. My first question is, does a successful relationship require all three parts of the triangle, aka consummate love, or can there be successes with only one or two parts? And if so, where do they find their successes? Secondly, my question is in regards to online dating, what part of the triangle do you think is most pronounced? When we think about like Tinder or Match.com or other dating sites, do they tend to focus on one aspect, or do they focus on the triangle as a whole? And do you think that this focus or lack of focus is positive or negative to the couples who start online? I'd love to know what you think, and feel free to post down below your discussion responses, and also feel free to tack in your favorite Nicktoon because Nicktoons are fun. I'll be in discussion, and I'll see y'all around. Peace.